So here I am. I was having trouble earlier with my Singer Pro Finish serger, and I have taken it pretty much completely apart. I have removed the foot plate. I had taken out both of the needles here. I have removed the top cover. I have removed the front panel as well, and I have also removed over here on along the side. On this side you have two screws, so when I put the front plate back on, you'll have that screw that was right here that attaches to the front facing. Right here along the bottom here, this little lever here, that was just a pull off. So once I put the cover back on, I'll be able to just slide this back on into its rightful place. Um, so once I put the cover back on, it'll have a screw as well that locks the side plate in right here. So you'll have to make sure that you mark all of your screws so you don't misplace them. Also here along the top, I have a screw that's going to secure the top plate. And then along here over on the side, which covers the lamp piece, there's a cover here as well. And you're gonna have screws here and here. So you'll be removing those. This piece has a screw right here along the back side. Along the back side right here. And I'm doing it close up so you'll be able to see what I'm doing here. So once the gray cover goes back on the side here, you'll be able to snap it in place and then place your screw back in there. Okay, so what I had was the clunking noise that was coming from my Singer Pro Finish serger. I did not want to take it to the shop because I only paid about $200, and they have these for $200 at Joann's Fabric. So I saved myself some time here on tonight by fixing the timing myself, because it seems as though the needles were hitting the lower looper right here. And so what I did was I did go ahead and oil my machine while I was at it, and I only used some Q-tips. And so I just rubbed a little sewing machine oil here, there, and along here. This screw was pretty difficult to get out, and as you can see, once we put the face back on, there's another screw there. So what I did on tonight is I fixed my sewing machine. I fixed my serger. So I took everything off and I unscrewed this piece, which goes to the upper looper right here. As you can see, this is the upper looper. Get a little close there. This is the upper looper. And so if you follow it all the way down, then this is the piece that operates it. As you can see it moving up and down. So now you don't hear the clunking noise. So what I had to do was unscrew this piece here. You unscrew this piece, and once you get it unscrewed, put a little oil on it first if you've never unscrewed it. Put a little oil on it first. And I let it sit for a little bit, so my husband came along and he unscrewed it for me. And so then you start to adjust the lever here for the upper thread, for the upper looper right here. And so after a little bit of wiggling it up and down, you want to be sure that it's rightfully placed. Otherwise, once you turn it, it goes down, and you don't want it to hit this bottom plate here. It's going to go down partially, close to the bottom tray, but then it comes back up. Now, earlier it was making a lot of clunking noise. I also discovered that my lower looper here felt like it was bent out of shape. And so what I did was I kind of forced it back just a little bit, because sometimes we tend to pull this thread. So I want to encourage you not to pull this thread out. Okay. So anyways, it's not making the noise anymore, as you can see. Now I've hooked it up. The light is on. I'm going to bring my foot pedal up onto my desktop here, and I want you to hear the noise as I push the presser foot. It's not making a clunking noise anymore. So this has probably saved me, as I said, the machine was $200, and this has probably saved me at least $130 for repairs, fixing it on timing. I watched a brief video on YouTube, but it did not show me a lot. But if you have any questions, go ahead, feel free to message me or respond to this video. And now all I'm doing is I'm cleaning it with a Q-tip. Never blow into your machine. Just go in there and start cleaning out all of the threads here. And this baby is like it's brand new. So what I'm going to do, because I ended up going to my shop getting the second, the first one I had, which is running everywhere, the Juno Janome. So I was doing a project and I ran into difficulties with this new girl here. I've only had it a couple of years, but I don't have to go and buy a new sewing machine. So thank you for watching this YouTube video, and I hope that it has helped you, and you don't have to bring it into the shop all of the time. You can fix your own timing, but you have to be very careful and mindful of what you're doing and pay attention to where your screws go, because I nearly stripped a few screws, but she's back up and running. And as soon as I am done, I will go ahead and I will show you what it's doing. Thanks.